Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and since you guys are so awesome and got 100 likes again in less than a night, I'm bringing you another battle on the Rated Battle Special VGC 14 ladder. Of course, this is part of my series where I climb the online ladder and provide live commentary as I go. I'm using the exact same team from yesterday, and yesterday's battle was pretty awesome, and my opponent's a Japanese player from, obviously, Japan with the 1655 rating, and he's got a really interesting team from Team Preview. I see Hariyama, Azumarill, Escavalier, Ampharos, Nidoqueen, and Reuniclus. So, first thing is Ampharos. Wow, interesting. Mega Ampharos is really unique. I haven't really seen it work out too well, but I think it's a Mega Pokemon with a lot of potential. I actually don't know what it does, so I'll probably have to look that up. It's obviously a Trick Room team, with the Reuniclus setting up Trick Room, Hariyama as Fake Out support. Escavalier is very powerful, so I have to watch out for that. So I think Ferrothorn's going to be important in this matchup to, at least, because it covers a good amount of his team. Of course, I'll have to watch out for something like Guts, Flame Orb, Close Combat from the Hariyama, and the Nidoqueen most likely carries Flamethrower, but Ferrothorn will be very important in this matchup. My opponent, I would assume, is going to lead Hariyama and Reuniclus, so I'm trying to think of the best way for me to beat that. And I like Charizard and Azumarill. With Charizard and Azumarill, I can pick up a knockout on onto the basically onto the Hariyama right away, no matter who he fakes out. And I think that's a pretty safe lead for me. Ferrothorn, as I mentioned, is going to be very important in this matchup. And for my last one, I'm thinking Tyranitar, but I might just want to bring normal Manectric. But that's pretty weak, so I'm going to go with Tyranitar. Manectric would be pretty cool in this matchup, but without the Mega Evolution, it's just really not worth it. And of course, since Mega Ampharos, I believe, is part Dragon type, my Tyranitar can actually help because it does have Ice Beam. Really interested to see what my opponent's team is really going to do because it seems like it relies on Trick Room pretty heavily. So let's see, my opponent is going to lead with Ampharos and Nidoqueen. Okay, completely opposite from what I expected, but that's not a very bad lead matchup for me, and I'm fine with that. Of course, Ampharos does get the advantage because it does... It is an electric type, and it does have Thunderbolt to hit both my Charizard and my Azumarill. So I'm thinking maybe I should have brought in the Manectric now, but let's see. I'd expect the Ampharos to Mega Evolve on the first turn, and I don't want Charizard to just faint right away. You'd expect the Nidoqueen to protect, so I think I'm going to protect with my Charizard and play rough the Ampharos. So let's see how this plays out. I'm pretty sure Ampharos can't KO my Azumarill, but Charizard's a lot frailer than Azumarill. And we do see that I'm going to get the Mega Evolution off first. And I really thought he was going to go with the Trick Room leads right away, so my opponent does a pretty cool job not just leading with stuff I just completely did not expect at all. And so I'm going to obviously protect with my Charizard, as I previously mentioned, but Ampharos actually isn't going to Mega Evolve. So, curious there. And... Nidoqueen going for the Sludge Wave. Okay. That's actually super effective on Azumarill. Holy cow, that does a lot. Brings me down to 34 HP. Forgot the whole poison beating fairy type. But Azumarill going to go before the Ampharos, so that's going to be a knockout. Okay, so I knock out what's most likely my opponent's Mega Pokemon, so I'm fine with that. I'll gladly take that. Of course, Sludge Wave did damage my opponent's Pokemon as well, so I'm fine with how that turn ended up. And Ampharos was the only Pokemon that had a chance of being a Mega Pokemon, so I'm pleased with how that turn ended up. Of course, my opponent's going to bring in the Reuniclus now, and I'm wondering if the Nidoqueen is Choice Scarfed or not. I think I'm just going to go for a Heat Wave and a... there's no way that Charizard can get knocked out. Charizard can actually just overheat the Reuniclus, making sure that Trick Room doesn't go up. And... I mean, I have a very good lead right now, so I don't want to blow it. I'm thinking of just Heat Waving here, and I'll just Aqua Jet the Nidoqueen to ensure I KO it. So Aqua Jet's obviously going to be super effective, but because the sun is out, it's going to reduce that, so it does basically normal damage. But Charizard's going to get the Heat Wave off. I think that should KO Nidoqueen, but let's see. Yeah, it does KO Nidoqueen. So I'm up 4-2 already, so that's a really good lead advantage for me. Reuniclus is going to reveal the Citrus Berry, which I'm fine with. It's going to heal it back to around 75%. And Skill Swap's going to go up. Okay. Interesting move there. I really thought the Trick Room was coming, but Skill Swap is gonna give me Magic Guard and give my opponent's Reuniclus huge power. I'm not really sure what my opponent's trying to do right now. And Hariyama's gonna come out as the last Pokemon. So I've just got such a huge lead right now that if I blow this, I'll be really disappointed. Of course, Hariyama is the bigger threat in this matchup, and I'm just gonna overheat the Hariyama and play rough here. Hariyama's most likely gonna fake out this turn. Oh, but it's gonna detect. Really nice play there by my opponent. I really thought the fake out was coming, and my opponent's going to do a nice job here setting up the Trick Room. So I really should have just overheated the Reuniclus and play rough the Hariyama, ensuring that I either block the Trick Room or just KO Hariyama. So I'm going to double protect here, obviously. And obviously my goal here is to stall out Trick Room. I do have Tyranitar in the back. Hariyama, once again, as I previously mentioned, is the biggest threat. It can defeat all 4 of my Pokemon. Reuniclus going for a skill swap onto the Hariyama, so Hariyama will now gain huge power as the Hariyama goes for a Rock Slide. And since Hariyama's going for a Rock Slide, I'm going to take this time to switch Charizard out into Ferrothorn and go for a Play Rough onto Hariyama. I probably actually should have switched out a Azumarill too, but in the off chance that a Azumarill isn't KO this turn, I'm going to pick up a free KO on Hariyama. Once again, I kind of misplayed there. I got pretty greedy and just went for a double target into the Hariyama when I obviously should have just overheated the Reuniclus. So that was a play that really didn't make much sense. I'm kind of getting punished for that now. Reuniclus is going to go for a Psychic onto Ferrothorn instead of the Azumarill slot. Hariyama's going to get a Azumarill off. Let's see, a Rock Slide off. Is that enough to KO Azumarill? It's not! And Azumarill's going to get the Play Rough off. Alright. And that is a good amount. Brings it down to under half, and that's 2 turns of Trick Room gone now. I'm obviously going to double protect here to stall out yet another turn of Trick Room. And that should be, I should be able to end up winning this game as long as I don't have any crazy misses, because because I'm up 4-2 at this point, even if I lose both my Pokemon the following turn, I can just bring out Charizard and Tyranitar, which have a very good matchup against my opponent's 2 Pokemon. Hariyama just going for another Rock Slide, and my opponent trying to skill swap with that Reuniclus. So here I'm just going to Power Whip the Hariyama and play rough the Reuniclus. Yep. Ferrothorn is obviously slower, so it's actually going to get the Power Whip off onto the Hariyama. Let's see if that KOs, and it is going to pick up the KO, so that's a 4-1 lead for me. Obviously, this game is pretty much over at this point. Reuniclus continuing to skill swap, even though it's pretty pointless at this right in the battle. It's going to take my Iron Barbs and give my Ferrothorn Guts. And so this play rough is actually going to end up KOing my Azumarill, because Azumarill, of course, is a physical contact attack. Oh, excuse me. No, that's not how it works. Apparently, the Iron Barbs won't activate there, so I misspoke there. Not that it really mattered anyway. I'm going to take this game pretty comfortably, as Azumarill is going to get another player off, and my opponent just forfeits there. So it was a really quick game. You saw that basically I kind of had the lead matchup against my opponent and had a really good first turn, taking out what I thought was probably the biggest threat. I misplayed there at the end when I saw that my opponent had a chance to set up Trick Room, and instead I just got kind of greedy and attacked into my opponent's Pokemon. So, you know, I didn't play the perfect game, but since I had such a huge lead at that point, it was kind of hard to blow. So my team I really like because, you know, I have such fast Pokemon like Manectric and Aerodactyl, but then I have, you know, a slow Pokemon like Ferrothorn, which in the Trick Room matchup can really help out, which you saw there. And Ferrothorn's been really clutch in all my VGC matches that I've uploaded so far. So that was a pretty fun battle. You saw my opponent bring a team, and that kind of shows why I'm not a really big fan of Trick Room, even though my opponent didn't choose to lead with Trick Room. He ended up just losing because I thought his Pokemon were relatively frail. Once again, I didn't really play, I think, the best, but I just had such a good matchup that I ended up winning the game right from the start. So, you know, just like normal, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about the battle. Of course, if you get 100 likes, I'll upload another battle for you guys tomorrow right away. If not, I'll do one whenever I find the time to. I'm working on a lot of other stuff right now, both inside Pokemon and outside of Pokemon, so I hope to bring some more non-battle video related content soon. Earliest this weekend, but latest, I guarantee you, you know, there will be a big video coming out soon within the next week or so, and I'm really looking forward to bringing out more content for you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. That's it for today's video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.